watched The Lost Vlog of Ruby Reel, a found footage movie found for free on Tubi. And The Lost Vlog of Ruby Reel is about this YouTuber named Ruby Reel. She has friends who are also YouTubers named Callie and Steve. And the three of them, her channel is about like debunking things. So she likes to go debunk myths, research into things that she hears, rumors around town, and debunk frauds or myths. That's her thing. So they decide, they've heard of this thing called the tree game. I believe they live in Seattle, and they say that there's a scary tree in the North Vancouver forest, and people say if you circle the tree, you end up in another dimension. That you'll see this hiker who just kind of stands there and is creepy, and the trees make weird electrical noises and stuff like that. They hear this from someone who says that this happened to him. So she's going to disprove this game, this tree game that people talk about. They end up getting to the spooky tree, and it's a tree that looks different from all the trees around it. And they do the game where each of them circles around the tree once. And at first, nothing seems different. So they start heading back to the car. And then there's this electrical buzzing and hissing that they can hear coming from the trees. And they don't know what to do about that. They figure maybe it's just some weird phenomena, right? But it starts happening again. And then they end up back at the tree. They went in a full circle somehow. And this journey involves them going over a creek. And so they try again, and they go over this creek, and they end up back at the tree. So they're going in loops. They decide to, once they've realized what's happening to them and that they can't debunk it because they seem to be affected by whatever this game is, they go back to the tree. And they say, well, let's walk around it again. Maybe that will reverse it. And they do walk around it, all three of them. But one of them goes in a different direction than the others. And strange things start to happen. And I'm not going to spoil the rest of this film. I've got notes for it, but I'm not going to do it. The Lost Vlog of Ruby Reel was a surprising little movie. There was actually a really effective jump scare in this movie that made me jump. I didn't expect it. It wasn't choreographed. And there wasn't any of the big boing that you get from like Hollywood movies. It was just a really effective, short little jump scare in the middle of this movie that's more about people and relations and, the stuff that found footage movies of people getting out in the woods, getting lost out in the woods since Blair Witch. That's all it's kind of always been about the awful nature of people. And, well, I guess that would be since way back when, actually. But I'm rambling. This is just a good little movie. I give it a 2.5 out of 5. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil it. I would suggest giving it a watch if you don't have anything else to watch and you feel like going over to Tubi. It's well worth it.